Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about reputation and how, especially as a super high inhibition sub 5 male, I feel like once my reputation has been set in a particular setting, that being the reputation I have as a really shy, quiet guy, as a really timid type of, ugly, timid, shy guy, once my reputation is set, whether that be in the workplace, at school, or at a new club, or any type of thing I'm doing, once I have a reputation in a certain setting, it's impossible to overcome that. And I mean, there have been a very few moments in my life where I felt like I was able to somewhat break out of my shell and be, a little bit social, almost be like a normie for a brief moment of time. But the thing is, when I think about it, every single time in my life that I've had like that, it was always in a new setting, right? It was always in a brand new setting where hadn't had time yet to have my reputation set. And for me, I feel like, my reputation as a shy, quiet guy, that gets set in stone real early on for me. I remember at my last job, it took less than a week, probably only, 2 or 3 days of working there for everybody there to realize that, this guy he's weird, he's timid, he's shy, to top it off, he's bald and ugly. So you know what? Just best to avoid that guy. And, theoretically, I could overcome a reputation like that. Once my reputation's set, I could overcome it. I could all of a sudden break out of my shell, start being social, tell some jokes, be funny, make everybody laugh, make everybody have a good time when they're around me. But that's all theoretical, because the fact of the matter is, with as high inhibition as I am, there's no way I'm actually going to manage to ever really break out of my shell. I mean, it's just not going to happen, because part of it is that it's expectations, I know what expectations other people have of me, and there's something, I'm just a chronic, pathological people pleaser. I'm a pathological people pleaser. And that's not a good trait to have, because it makes it so that I'm just terrified to upset somebody else's expectations of me. So even if someone has poor expectations of me, what they expect of me is not good. It's not the best way for me to act. But because that's what they expect of me, and I'm a pathological people pleaser, there's something in me that just drives me to maintain the status quo of their expectations. I just really cannot upset somebody's expectations of me. I have to do what they expect. And it's tragic, because what people expect of me is not what I should do. It's not what's best for me. It's not what's best for anybody, but I just really can't help it. And it's really a struggle, because I know there's been some times in my life when because I am keenly aware, maybe just because I'm a chronic overanalyzer of everything, but I am keenly aware of all the different expectations that each different person has of me, right? So some people might expect some things of me, some people may have slightly different expectations of me. Now that becomes a big struggle for me, especially in a case where, say, there's more than one person around me. Say I'm somehow in a group situation with two other people, and it's two different people that I know have two opposing expectations of me, or they have two opposing sets of expectations for how I should behave in any given situation. And maybe this is all in my head. Maybe I'm not right in what I think other people expect of me. Uh, but I really think I have a good read on these things. And yeah, that's a struggle, because when there's multiple people around with opposing expectations of me, how do I react? I either have to kind of, try and play the middle ground, or I have to, in the moment, choose one of the people to go with. Which one of these people do I upset? Which one do I maintain the status quo for? And that's something that's always, I can't think of any specific examples, but I know that's something that's happened, and that's just, It's just a struggle. It's just a struggle that I've had to go through. And I don't think I'm alone in this. I mean, I think other people have this problem with the reputation and expectations of others, but yeah. And it's weird because my reputation, what people always expect of me due to my reputation is that I'm going to be the quiet guy. I'm going to be the shy guy. That's not a good reputation. I don't want to be thought of as timid. I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to be a man, a grown man. I'm not supposed to be timid. I'm not supposed to be shy. I'm supposed to be masculine. I'm supposed to be aggressive. I want to be aggressive. I want to be masculine. But I don't know, man. It just doesn't come to me. And then my reputation gets set. As soon as I start a new job or start a new thing, my reputation as a timid, shy guy is set from the start. And then how am I supposed to start acting masculine? I can't. That's not what people expect. They'll be upset, when I upset their expectations. So even if I were able to be aggressive, I just can't force myself to do it. I can't force myself to upset people like that, even though I know in the long run, it's what would be best for everybody, including myself. And what's best for myself, I mean, at this point, why even think of other people? Because Lord knows they don't care about me. But yeah, man, I'm just a pathological people pleaser. I don't know what it is. Man, I remember one time in high school, this was before I had a driver's license, so I was waiting outside. We had like a location in front of the school where everybody was supposed to wait if they were like waiting for their parents to come pick them up. So yeah, I was waiting for my mom to come pick me up after school, and it was getting pretty late, right? So my mom was kind of late picking me up. There was only a few of us left out there waiting. And this one guy, kind of popular skater type kid, he comes up to me and he's kind of like holding back laughter as he approaches me. And yeah, so he approached me and he said, "Hey, what's up?" And he's holding back laughter the whole time he's doing this. He's approaching me like, "Hey, what's up?" Holding back laughter. I was like, "Hey," or something, or maybe I just nodded. He just kind of, stood next to me trying to hold back laughter for a few seconds, maybe 4 or 5 seconds. And eventually he suddenly says, "Man, I can't help but laugh when I talk to you." He said that to me. He said, "Man, I just can't help but laugh when I talk to you. I don't know what it is, but you're funny." He said something like that, and I knew what he meant. What he meant was I'm super awkward because I never talk, and it is funny, and it's hard. He's not the only person that's laughed around me because of that. I understand that it's really off-putting being around me. I give off a super awkward energy, so I understand why he acted like that, but man, it's so brutal. It's so brutal to have somebody, and he was a pretty popular guy though. And the thing was, this guy had a reputation of being kind of a nice guy, which wasn't true at all. He was nice to, the right people, but to sub fives like me, to people like me, no, he wasn't nice. I hate people like that, man. It's so fake. But then again, who am I to talk? Because this whole little rant I'm giving here is all about how fake I am and how I can't be real when I talk to people, because I'm always afraid of upsetting their expectations. I got to live up to my reputation, no matter how shitty of a reputation it is. I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm like this. I really don't. Like, I don't want to have a reputation of being timid and shy, but that becomes my reputation. And then it's like, you would think I would want to try to break out of my reputation. And deep down, I do. I do want to break that reputation, but I can't. There's something in me. Whenever it comes to the moment, I just can't. It physically, or I don't know, it emotionally hurts me to upset somebody's expectations. When I'm looking someone right in the face, I cannot upset what they expect me to do. I have to play into my reputation. I have to play into my reputation. And please, you guys, let me know in the comments if any of you have this, this kind of internal struggle of you have a reputation that sucks and you should break out of that reputation, but there's something in you that just has to please people, has to please everybody around you, and, makes you refrain from doing anything that would upset that sweet balance of, where your shitty reputation currently is. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. My life sucks, man. It really does. And the thing is, I know whenever I go into a new situation, that I'm always like super aware, super self-aware of, okay, everything I do now, I'm setting my reputation here in these first impressions I'm having with each of my new coworkers or whatever it is. I'm setting the groundwork for what my reputation will be. And then I know deep down I have to live up to that no matter how shitty or how good a reputation it is. So you think from the start I would try really hard to make sure it's a good reputation, maybe an aggressive, an assertive reputation, a strong, a masculine reputation. But I just, I can't act like that. See, I can only act with those positive masculine traits. I can only act that way in small bursts. I know I'm capable of it to a degree, but only in small bursts and only at, when I just have that, I don't know, I just have a wild hair that just motivates me, a random impulse of motivation that comes very, very rarely. So the chances that I have that at the same time when I'm full of nerves and super self-aware of how I'm, making a first impression of everyone around me during the moment of my making first impressions to people in a new situation, to actually come out and have one of those rare inspirations of positive masculine behavior at a time like that, it's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. And that's why I'm destined to always, always have a timid, shy, quiet guy reputation. And I can never break out of it. I always just have to live up to it. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, if my reputation doesn't precede me, my reputation will be set. I will set the same reputation I've previously had in previous settings. I'll set that reputation anywhere I go, in any new situation, and then I'll have to live up to it the whole time. And it's gonna suck, and I hate it. Just like I hate my whole damn life.